mighty, Talos the unerring, Talos the unassailable. To you we give praise and to serve.
I left the wolves. If you want to swing by your master and pay your respects, fine. But let's stop by the home.
I only counsel caution. We cannot afford to act rashly in times like these.
What would you have me do there? Nothing? My lord.
Please, this is no time for rash action.
What's
I
the
just think
meaning
we
of
need
this
more
interruption?
information before we-
Jarl Balgrup is not receiving visitors.
Who's this then?
Well, that explains why the guards let you in. Come on then. The Jarl will want to speak to you personally.
So, you were at Helgen. You saw this dragon with your own eyes? I should have guessed Ulfric would be mixed up in this. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If that dragon is lurking in the mountains...
The Jarl of Falkreath will view that as a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should not...
Enough! I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
That would be best. Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service, and I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem. There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons. I'll introduce you to Farengar. He can be a bit... difficult. Mages, you know. Farengar, I think I found someone who can help you with your dragon project. Go ahead and fill her in with all the details.
So the Jarl thinks you can be of use to me. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons. Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there. Straight to the point, eh? No need for tedious hows and whys. I like that. Leave those details to your betters, am I right? I, learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in Bleak Falls Barrow. A dragon stone, said to contain a map of dragon burial sites. Go to Bleak Falls Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. Simplicity itself. Ah, the dragon stone of Bleak Falls Barrow. You already found it. You are cut from a different cloth than the usual brutes the Jarl foists on me. That is where your job ends and mine begins. The work of the mind, sadly undervalued in Skyrim.
Wait for me. Farengar. Farengar, you need to come at once. A dragon's been sighted nearby. You should come too.
A dragon? How exciting. Where was it seen? What was it doing?
I'd take this a bit more seriously if I were you. If a dragon decides to attack Whiterun, I don't know can stop it. Let's go.
So, you have Kelsey you came from the Western Watchtower?
Yes, my lord.
Tell him what you told me about the dragon.
Oh, that's right. We saw it coming from the south. It was fast. Faster than anything I've ever seen.
Is it attacking the watchtower?
No, my lord. There's a circling overhead when I left. I never ran so fast in my life. It will come off, for sure.
Good work, son. We'll take it from here. Get down to the barracks for some rest.
When I taught Fiona the lute, she wanted to practice somewhere no one would hear. I recommended the Drunken Huntsman.
There's no time to stand on ceremony, my friend. I need your help again. I want you to go with Irileth and help her fight this dragon. You survived Helgen, so you have more experience with dragons than anyone else here. But I haven't forgotten the service you did for me in retrieving the Dragon Stone for Farengar. As a token of my esteem, I have instructed Avenici that you are now permitted to purchase property in the city. And please, accept this gift from my personal armory.
You should come along. I would very much like to see this dragon.
I'll see you at the watchtower
No.
as soon as the
Can't
rest of the
afford to
men
risk
gather.
both of you. I need you here working on ways to defend the city against these dragons.
As you command.
One last thing, Irileth. This isn't a death or glory mission. I need to know what we're dealing with.
Don't worry, my lord. I'm the very soul of caution.
Help Irileth kill this dragon before it can attack Whiterun. There's no time to lose. Why you?
Last mistake.
Huh?
What do you think you're doing?
Oh, no, you don't. Give up!
You made the wrong choice today!
Let's see what you've got. You're out
I order the yard. Stop right there. In the name of the Jarl, I'm ordering you to stand fast.
Ha! Found you!
This is highly overrated. Down,
I order the Jarl. Stop.
Good enough. I'll just confiscate any stolen goods you're carrying, and you're free to go.
All right then.
So as you sold about the banner.
Need something? An astute question, for we are far from home, and this is a cold, hard land. The wise trader finds the best opportunities, even if he must travel far to find them. Skyrim is a ripe opportunity indeed. The Khajiit hail from a distant land called Elsewhere, bordered on the north by Cyrodiil, and the south by the glistening blue waters of the sea. Elsewhere is an arid land of deserts and rocky canyons, where the sun shines warmly, always. There are cities so ancient, the sands have swallowed them whole. But now I will say no more, for I miss my home greatly. May your road lead you to warm sands. Warm sands, friend. How may this one serve?
Many fine things are here for you, friend.
The sons of Elsewhere are very... A warrior must not exploit a weakness, but fight to her strength.
Again.
Because not all opponents are weak. Until our next meeting.
The longer we travel the roads of Skyrim, the more empty this land seems. May the sun keep you wears warm, even in this land. Well, take a look. Till our next meeting, if such is fate.
No signs of any dragon right now. But it sure looks like he's been here. I know it looks bad, but we've got to figure out what happened. And if that dragon is still skulking around somewhere, spread out and look for survivors. We need to know what...
Get under cover. The dragon, it's still around somewhere. Kinneret, save us. Here he comes again.
Here he comes! Find cover and make every arrow count!
What was that?
Goods and wares of all kinds. All can be bought.
No signs of any dragon right now. It sure looks like he's been here. I know it looks bad, but we've got to figure out what happened. That dragon still skulking around somewhere. Spread out and look for survivors. We need to know what to do.
Sure, we'd better find out what's happened. Kinneret, save us! Here he comes again!
Here he comes! Find cover and make every arrow count!
Glory to me. Sabandar. I have forgotten what mines for you mortals.
No true bard or stone for that. Better dare learn to play.
No signs of any dragon right now, but it sure looks like...
If you're unsure of where to go,
I know it looks bad.
I say
We've got to figure out what happened. And if that
go to
dragon
the
is
tavern.
still skulking around somewhere.
we go to
Spread out. Look for survivors. We need to know what...
This shows bones.
Kinneret, save us. Here he comes again.
No signs of any dragon right now. It sure looks like he's been here. I know it looks bad, but we've got to figure out what happened. And if that dragon is still skulking around somewhere.
Keep your own share of work.
We need to know what's in here.
No, get back. It's still here somewhere. Rocky and Todd just got grabbed when they tried to make a run for it. Let's save us. Here he comes again.
Come back down and fight, coward! Lucky? No!
I can't believe it. You're Dragonborn. In the very oldest tales, back from when there were still dragons in Skyrim, the Dragonborn would slay dragons and steal their power. That's what you did, isn't it? Absorb the dragon's power. There's only one way to find out. Try to shout. That would prove it. According to the old legends, only the Dragonborn can shout without training, the way the dragons do.
Dragonborn? What are you talking about?
That's right. My grandfather used to tell stories about the Dragonborn. Those born with the dragon
That's
blood
a
in them.
shout.
Like
Like
old
the
Tiber
Greybeards
Septim
on their
himself.
mountain. I've never heard of Tiber Septim killing any dragons.
There weren't any dragons then, idiot. They're just coming back now for the first time in forever. But the old tales tell of the Dragonborn who could kill dragons and steal their power. You must be one.
What do you say here, Left? You're being awfully quiet. Come on here, Left. Tell us, do you believe in this Dragonborn business?
Some of you would be better off keeping quiet than flapping your gums on matters you don't know anything about. Here's a dead dragon, and that's something I definitely understand. Now we know we can kill them, but I don't need some mythical Dragonborn. Someone who can put down a dragon is more than enough for me.
You wouldn't understand, Housecarl. You ain't a Norn.
I've been all across Tamriel. I've seen plenty of things just as outlandish as this. I'd advise you all to trust in the strength of your sword arm over tales and legends.
That was shouting, what you just did. Must be. You really are Dragonborn, then.
That was the hairiest fight I've ever been in, and I've been in more than a few. I don't know about this Dragonborn business, But I'm sure glad you're with us. You better get back to Whiterun right away. Jarl Balgruuf will want to know what happened here.
Time to end this little game.
You'll pay for that?
It'll take more than that. Traitor, stand there while you still can.
Hey. Huh?
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here.
They
There's a
say
new museum opening up in
greetings.
Yellowstone. The owner is asking me to hand out invitations to travelers.
Of course.
Looks like that's it. Got to go.
All right then.
Can I help you? I have my ways, but it's not easy these days. Soldiers. They're everywhere these days, and not a one of them knows how to pick up after themselves. All right, then.
Good. You're finally here. The Jarl's been waiting for you. I serve Jarl Balgruuf as steward. Enjoy your visit to Dragon's Reach.
Summons. So what happened at the watchtower? Was the dragon there? I knew I could count on Irileth, but there must be more to it than that. So it's true. The Greybeards really were summoning you. Masters of the Way of the Voice. They live in seclusion, high on the slopes of the throat of the world. The Dragonborn is said to be uniquely gifted in the voice, the ability to focus your vital essence into a thume, or shout. If you really are Dragonborn, they can teach you how to use your gift. The Greybeards.
Didn't you hear the thundering sound as you returned to Whiterun? That was the voice of the Greybeards, summoning you to High Hrothgar. This hasn't happened in centuries, at least. Not since Tiber Septim himself was summoned when he was still Talos of Atmora.
Rungar, calm yourself. What does any of this Nord nonsense have to do with our friend here? Capable as she may be, I don't see any signs of her being this, what, Dragonborn.
Nord nonsense? Why, you puffed up ignorant. These are our sacred traditions that go back to the founding of the First Empire.
Hrongar, don't be so hard on Avenici.
I meant no disrespect, of course. It's just that, what do these Greybeards want with her?
That's the Greybeards' business, not ours. Whatever happened when you killed that dragon, it revealed something in you, and the Greybeards heard it. If they think you're Dragonborn, who are we to argue? You'd better get up to High Hrothgar immediately. There's no refusing the summons of the Greybeards. It's a tremendous honor. I envy you, you know, to climb the 7,000 steps again. I made the pilgrimage once. Did you know that? High Hrothgar is a very peaceful place. Very disconnected from the troubles of this world. I wonder that the Greybeards even notice what's going on down here. They haven't seemed to care before. No matter. Go to High Hrothgar. Learn what the Greybeards can teach you. You've done a great service for me and my city, Dragonborn. By my right as Jarl, I name you Thane of Whiterun. It's the greatest honor that's within my power to grant. I assign you Lydia as a personal housecarl, and this weapon from my armory to serve as your badge of office. I'll also notify my guards of your new title. Wouldn't want them to think you're part of the common rabble, now would we? We are honored to have you as Thane of our city, Dragonborn. Back to business, Proventus. We still have a sit. Good to see you. No doubt requesting to garrison his men in my castle. How many times must I deny him? Well, out with it! I see. Give the papers to my steward. Don't be daft. Proventus is my eyes. Just give me the letter. I presume once I have it, I can do as I please with it? Good. These are interesting reports. One, Proventus, what do you make of all this? If Ulfric were to attack Whiterun?
As in all things, Lord, caution. I urge us to wait and see.
Pray wait.
I'm of a mind with Irileth. It's time to act.
You plan to march on Windhelm?
I'm not a fool, Proventus. I mean, it's time to challenge Ulfric to face me as a man, or to declare his intentions.
He'll do no such thing.
He was rather straightforward with Torrig.
Torrig? He simply walked up to the boy and murdered him.
That boy was High King of Skyrim.
I'm not the High King, but neither am I a boy. If Ulfric wants to challenge my rule in the old way, let him. Though I suspect he'll prefer to send his storm cloaks to do it for him.
True. He's already proven his personal strength. Now he seeks to prove his armies.
Then might I urge you to consider General Tullius's request? I mean, if you are bent on offending Jarl Ulfric.
Ulfric is the one who has offended. But Proventus has a point. Ulfric has made it clear. In his mind, to refuse his claim is to side with the Empire.
And what harm is there in letting a few legionnaires die in place of your own men?
It seems cowardly.
Was it cowardly, then, to accept the white gold concordat?
This again? That was different. Was I given a chance to object to the terms of the treaty? No. The Jarls weren't asked. We were told, and we had to like it.
The chests of gold didn't hurt.
Damn it! This isn't about the gold!
It's time to decide.
Lord, wait. Let us see if Ulfric is serious.
Oh, he's serious. But so am I.
Finally.
You there. I have a message for you to deliver to our friend, the esteemed Jarl of Windhelm. Deliver this axe to Ulfric Stormcloak. True, he's a dangerous and bloodthirsty man, but he's also a Nord that honors our traditions. Keep your wits about you and you won't be harmed. And then get back here. Because if Ulfric isn't bluffing, I'll need every able body to defend Whiterun. Good. Good. Proventus, bring me my pen. And the good parchment.
Are we
Keep
writing
safe.
a letter, Lord?
Yes, to General Tullius. I need to make a few things clear before I accept these legionnaires of his.
It seems our enemies have no end of spies, saboteurs, and assassins to send against us. Make a move toward Balgraf, and you're dead. You are a welcome guest, but you must still respect the rules of the Jarl's household. Please keep your weapons sheathed in the Jarl's presence. I've got my eyes on you.
Good to see you. Well, in the old tales, the Dragonborn heroes would use the power of their voice to defeat the enemies of Skyrim. Wolfhearth was Dragonborn. Talos too, the founder of the Empire. Back in the good old days. In the very oldest tales. Back from when there still were dragons in Skyrim. The Dragonborn would slay dragons and steal their power. In the old tales, Nord heroes would use the power of their voice to shout down the gates of cities and strike down their enemies. But only the Greybeards studied the way of the voice anymore. If you can shout, you need to talk to them. They're the masters of the way of the voice, of shouting. They live up on top of the throat of the world. If you're really Dragonborn, they'll want to talk to you. In the old stories, they always summon the Dragonborn for training. No doubt, he thought it was the only way to make his point. And also, because he knew he could. The Battleborns have been here since the beginning, along with the Greymanes. The feud between the Greymanes and the Battleborns has become dangerous of late. I've spent many hours in council meetings lately grappling with that problem. A Nord that honors our traditions, pillar of the community. I have a very close relationship with the Battleborns, I admit. To be honest, I have little choice. Our coffers are nearly empty. I can scarcely afford to pay the guards, and we need every one of them in these troubled times. I can't afford to turn down a kind soul's generosity. A Nord that... To be honest, I can't afford to turn down a kind soul's generosity. May the gods watch over your battles, friend. With good planning and constant vigilance. Even now, my court wizard, Farengar, continues his research into ways we might drive back these terrors. We must also have ample reserves of water to combat the fires that will surely spread after an attack. But our greatest weapon? Courage. For if we cannot kill the beast, we must at least have the tenacity to drive it back. Until brave heroes step forward to destroy these monsters, that is the best we can do. Maybe you can help me. Of course. It's all in this note. Now, if you don't mind, I've got a city to keep.
I serve Jarl Balgruuf as steward. The only thing I remember is the old story of Tiber Septim being called Dragonborn by the Nords, before they switched sides and joined the Empire. No doubt those graybeards up at High Hrothgar will talk your ear off about it. Old Nord folktales always talk about shouting their enemies to pieces. I always thought it was just a myth. If you think you might be able to do that kind of thing, the Legion could certainly use your help. Go talk to the graybeards. See what they can tell you. Near as I can tell, a bunch of ancient Nord hermits who live on top of a mountain. Never heard of them talking to anybody before. If they really do want to talk to you, you'd better go find out what they want. You never know. Please, do be careful. I mean, if you are bent on offending the movers and shakers of Skyrim. I mean no offense. It's just that most of the city's residents aren't smart enough for politics. I only counsel caution. There's a feud between the Greymanes and the Battleborns in Whiterun, for example. Just try and be careful in Whiterun, all right? You cannot afford to act rashly in times like these. I counsel caution. We cannot afford to act rashly in times like these. That is an old tale, but well known to those of us who serve in the Keep. Long ago, there lived a mighty hero of the Nords, Olaf One-Eye. Olaf did battle with a fearsome dragon named Numenex. The struggle between Olaf and the dragon culminated in a mighty duel atop Mount Anthor, with Olaf the victor. Olaf returned in triumph to Whiterun. By his decree, the city's keep was rebuilt as a prison for Numenex. And so, from that time until this, our great keep has been called Dragon's Reach. Ah, splendid. Our fine city has a proud history, and I'm happy to share what I know. The history of Whiterun begins with Jorrvaskr, the Hall of the Companions. For a long time, it was the only building on the mountain. As time passed, a thriving community sprang up around Jorrvaskr, as was common with mead halls. Today, Whiterun is the jewel of Skyrim. I can say without boast that it is the greatest city in all the holds. Well, there are 3 of them, arranged in 3 tiers, as you may have noticed. The Plains District is so named because it's the closest of the 3 to the plains that surround the city. The inn and marketplace are found there. Most of the city's residents live in the Wind District, which is the middle of the 3. Dragon's Reach occupies the highest, which we call the Cloud District. From here, the Jarl can see all that goes on within his city. My daughter Adrian owns the shop, War Maidens. Poor girl. So eager to prove herself. Yorlin works the Skyforge. How is any smith going to compete with that? Enjoy your visit to Dragon's Reach.
Make a move toward Balgruuf, and you're dead. It seems our enemies have no end of spies, saboteurs, and assassins to send against us. We can never rest easy, for Balgruuf's enemies will not. Balgruuf and I share a battle bond. We met as youths and forged our friendship in the fires of war. When he became Jarl, I insisted on serving as his protector. He had no cause to argue. Gods, you are curious. Almost dangerously so. I am charged with protecting the Jarl from any and all threats. Powerful men have many enemies, more so in times of strife, so you can imagine the dangers. Oh yes, there have been attempts on the Jarl's life. More than one would-be assassin has met his end at the tip of my blade. Take your pick. Dragons, Stormcloak assassins, ambitious and unscrupulous nobles. Sometimes I think his own children want him dead. And those are just the physical threats. Assaults on his sanity are another matter entirely. Every day he deals with obsequious functionaries and incompetent bureaucrats. Sadly, I'm not allowed to eliminate them. Well, not yet anyway. I've got my eyes on you.
Are you feeling sick? I don't know much. Only the old tales about the ancient heroes who would use the voice to defeat the enemies of Skyrim. They say the emperors used to be dragonborn, but that all ended when Martin died during the Oblivion Crisis. The Greybeards can tell you much more than I can. They're the masters of the way of the voice, and taught Tiber Septim himself. Well, I only know what I've heard in the old tales. Shouting is an ancient form of magic, the use of one's voice to project their power. If you can shout, you need to go see the Greybeards. They'll know what to do. Ah, student of the craft. You'll need to start by learning an enchantment. Take an enchanted weapon or piece of armor, then use the arcane enchanter to learn its secrets. The item is destroyed in the process, so be wary. Once you know an enchantment, you'll need a filled soul gem and something to enchant. You'll use the arcane enchanter for that too. Of course, I have everything you need for sale if you have the coin. It is simply energy to be harnessed by those with the will and knowledge to do so. You know, if you've got the aptitude, you should join the Mages College in Winterhold. I believe I am, yes. Technically speaking, of course. The city is also home to a priest, priestess, an alchemist, and I'm sure others who practice. Ah, that reminds me. Speaking of alchemists, I have some frost salts for Arcadia. She asked me to obtain them for one of her potions. Would you be so kind as to deliver the frost salts for me? I'm sure Arcadia will provide some form of recompense. Good. You're clearly better suited than I am to carry out such a menial task. It seems this damnable conflict has claimed everyone's passions of late. Come to Dragon's Reach to discuss the ongoing hostilities, like the rest of the great warriors? Me? I prefer my books, and my spells. There's a tranquility in magic, don't you think? You know, come to Dragon's Reach to discuss the ongoing hostilities, like the rest of the great warriors? I'll put it simply, so you'll understand. I advise the Jarl in matters of magic. If the Hold is faced with any threats or mysteries of a magical nature, I am called upon to explain things and suggest a course of action. Hopefully that answer will satisfy you. Good day. It seems this damnable conflict has claimed everyone's passions of late. Me, I prefer my books and my spell. If I said that was a tedious question, would you be smart enough to know what I meant? Probably not. As long as I'm left alone to pursue my research, I don't care who gives the orders. Now, I'm a busy man, and your pointless questions are boring me terribly. Good day. There's a tranquility in magic, don't you think? Sadly, no. My work affords me few opportunities for such an adventure. Perhaps some hero will bring one to Dragon's Reach, like old Olaf one I once did. What a fascinating conversation that would be. A prospective student, are you? Well, I'm afraid I'm not much good at teaching. You should try your luck at the College of Winterhold. Remember, your mind is the best weapon you have.
The Jarl has appointed me to be your housecarl. It's an honor to serve you. The Jarl has recognized you as a person of great importance in the Hold. A hero. The title of Thane is an honor, a gift for your service. Guards will know to look the other way if you tell them who you are. As my Thane, I'm sworn to your service. I'll guard you and all you own with my life. Looks like you've already got someone with you.
For we are one. Ere you have come. You have come to hear the word of Talos. Because the so-called Emperor is a coward. That's right, I said coward. Oh yes, he agreed to banish the worship of Talos at the tip of an Aldmeri sword. They called it
the White Gold Concordat.
Well, I call it blasphemy. A true son of the Empire would never have turned his back on our greatest hero. Not at any price. Well, let me tell you something, friend. Cyrodiil is a long way from here, and in Skyrim, we will never forsake mighty Talos. Let them come. I have no fear, for Talos is my ally, and I am his prophet. His word is upon my lips, his voice in my throat. Hello, my friend. If you seek knowledge about mighty Talos, you have most certainly come to the right person. In mortal life, Talos was a Nord, possessed of unmatched tactical skill, limitless wisdom, and the power to see into men's hearts. Talos mastered the power of the voice, and with it he united the lands of men into a great empire. In southern lands, he was known by the name Tiber Septim. Here in Skyrim, we honor him by his proper Nord name. So great was his reign in life. When he ascended to the heavens, he was made Lord of the Divines. If you want to know more, I'm sure you can find any number of tomes on the subject.
The Nords are tired of spending our blood fighting the Empire's wars, and paying for the Empire's decadence with their taxes. Now, the elves dictate everything we do, and they don't want us acknowledging a mere human like Talos as the god he is. The way I see it, Ulfric's fighting a holy war. I'd be happy to grant you the greatest honor that's within my power to grant. May Talos preserve you. May Talos bless your days. May Talos shield you from all harm.
But you were once man. Aye, and as man you said, let me show you the power of Talos, Lord
We Greymanes got just as much to be proud of as them Battleborn, but you won't see us with our noses in the air. The Skyforge? Aye, my clan fathers have worked it since the first Greymanes came to Whiterun. Skyforge steel is all the companions will use, for good reason. Are you blind, girl? I'm a blacksmith. Any halfwit could see that. Why, Izmir, are you thick or just too new to know better? The companions are the oldest, most honored band of warriors in Skyrim. Whiterun was built around their hall, Jorvaska. Don't reckon they could use you, but stranger things have happened. I ain't much for talking. Got a lot of steel to shape. Why? Who says I have to be? Skyforge steel is my art and honor. The companions need the best, so they come to me. Gods be praised. There's plenty that needs doing.
Stop, thief!
You could have just asked. You could have just asked. What are you doing that for?
These were more like the hero who started the companions.
Are those two at it again? Watch the eyes.
Come on!
Get him!
I knew it!
Pull him back!
This should be good.
What is it?
You'll regret crossing me.
None of our business. There's no honor to be had in the squabbling of Jarls. I learned the ways of the blade in the Great War. Nearly lost my life outside the Imperial City. I came home to Skyrim when it was all over, but I wasn't much good at anything other than fighting. Wandered around as a blade for hire. It was a damned good one, too. The money was good, and the women were good, and the drinks were good. But I was losing myself, my heart. I was lucky the companions found me. Now there's a reason to be fighting. The honor of my brothers and sisters is worth more than coin. Of course the money is still good. And the drinks. Haven't seen your face before. What brings you here? So you think you have what it takes? Huh. Lucky for you, I'm not the one who makes that decision. Talk to Kodlak. Who knows? Maybe he's in a generous mood. Ask any fool around here and get a different answer. Mercenaries, warriors of honor, brothers and sisters of the blade, drunken rabble. Take your pick. I've been here longer than most of them. Even I don't know sometimes. I just hope they don't kill each other. All right then.
I saw you do that, you know.
canyons welcome anyone with the heart of a warrior.
The Circle are the ones who parcel out the jobs. That's Ayla, Skewer, and the brothers, Farkas and Vilkas. Kodlak advises them, but he doesn't really give orders. Are you kidding? I've wanted to be with them since I was a little girl. Haven't you heard the stories of Kodlak and Skewer fighting off the 101 orc berserkers? Skewer says it was more like 40, but he's just being modest. Where else would I want to be but here? Learning from them, fighting at their sides. Only the most famous warrior band in all of Skyrim. Have you been living with the Horkers? When we arrive, blood is spilled and our blades sing to the glories of Ysgramor. This is life, sister. The struggle is what reminds us to draw breath. Farewell.
We've stopped. What is it? Of course. Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Need something? A good bunch of men and women who make too much a mess, if you ask me. Oh, I'm just a servant, dear. You want to talk to one of the companions, I'm sure. Is it cold in here? I should put more wood on the fire. Goodbye, dear.
Some people know me as Scarn the Magnificent. It's a little redundant, don't you think?
Ah, fresh blood. Hope you know how to handle yourself. We've stopped. What is it?
And what might you need, hmm? She's a nightmare. I may be new around here, but honor is in my blood. I practically crawled out of the wasteland. I deserve some respect. Soon enough, it'll be me. In the meanwhile, the Circle handles our daily routine, and Kodlak advises them as Harbinger. Fortune and glory, friend. Fortune and glory. Why would you even come to Jorvaska without knowing what we stand for? This is not play acting here. We are the true spirit of Skyrim. Honor is in our blood, death in our hearts. If you seek either, you've found the right place. Are you thinking you're better than me? I crawled west out of the wasteland, so show some respect. Try Windhelm. They say the Dark Elves settled there after they fled from Morrowind. I've actually never managed to visit myself. I avoid going to Eastmarch if I can. Something in the air. I think it's just too close to the border. Besides, I've heard rumors that the Nords in Windhelm haven't been kind to them. Mm-hmm.
I left the wolves. You want to swing by your Vasker and pay your respects? Fine. But let's stop by the Hall of the Dead, too, so I can pay mine.
Of that.
I think you've been taking things that don't belong to you. Pay your debts, and we'll forget this happened. Hold your head up. I'm sure it won't happen again. Mm-hmm.
If you wish to hunt with me, your feet need to be quick and your eyes quicker. Kodlak says not to worry about it. I worry that a bunch of snowberries are out there earning glory while we stay out of it. But I will follow the old man's lead, as ever. My mother was a companion, and her mother, and all the women in my family back to Harati Blackblade. I stayed with my father in the woods until I was old enough for my trial. We hunted everything there was to hunt. Good training. Ma didn't live long enough to see me join, but I fight to honor her and all my shield sisters through time. An outsider, eh? Never heard of the Companions? An order of warriors. We are brothers and sisters in honor. And we show up to solve problems if the coin is good enough. We don't just take in any milk drinker who stumbles in. Talk to Kodlak if you think you have what it takes to be a companion. Ysgramor himself wouldn't have the patience to deal with all the rabble around here. If you wish to hunt with me, your feet need to be quick and your eyes quicker.
But I still hear the call of the blood.
We all do. It is our burden to bear. But we can overcome.
You have my brother and I, obviously. But I don't know if the rest will go along quite so easily.
Leave that to me. A stranger comes to our hall. Politics are something best avoided. I prefer more personal confrontations myself. Like most of our band, I found this family after losing my own. I traveled the length and breadth of this land, learning all I could of the sword and the axe. I was just a boy, but I had the fire of a man in my heart. Eventually, my body caught up to my spirit. My predecessor, Askar, found me in Hammerfell. I was serving as a bodyguard for some weak-necked lord out there. He brought me back here, and I realized that I was actually coming home. I worked to bring honor to this family, and to the family that I lost. For my mother, my father, and my grandfather. For all my shield siblings. Family and honor. That's what it means to be one of us, girl. Well, I grow old when there is glory to be had. When you get to be my age, you'll come to miss the smell of blood. Strange, I know. Some nights I dream about the mists of Sovngarde. I wander, weary and lost. No matter. It makes no difference. Let's not waste too much time talking when there is glory to be had. Skjor has been a warrior for a long time. You would be wise to listen to him. Any warrior that gets to be old is either fearsome or a coward. I'll let you find out which Skjor is. When I was young, I favored huge swords. Maybe hard to lift these days, but I still enjoy the heft of a good hammer. Your question carries more weight than you may know, newcomer. The sort of thing some of us spend our lives pondering. The difference between a noble band of warriors and a ragged bunch of assassins is as thin as a blade's edge. I try to hold us to the right path. Would you now? Here, let me have a look at you. Yes, perhaps. A certain strength of spirit.
Master, you're not truly considering accepting her.
I am nobody's master, Vilkas. And last I checked, we had some empty beds in Jorvaskr for those with a fire burning in their hearts.
Apologies. But perhaps this isn't the time. I've never even heard of this outsider.
Sometimes the famous come to us. Sometimes men and women come to us to seek their fame. It makes no difference. What matters is their heart.
And their arm.
Of course. How are you in battle, girl? That's the spirit. Vilkas here will get started on that. Vilkas, take her out to the yard and see what she can do.
Great. Another ambitious visitor. You think you can just wander in here and join us? There are always good reasons to fight. I just wish this war had them. Who cares who worships what dead god? Give me something to make me draw my sword. To hear Farkas tell it, our father raised us here as happy pups, running around, biting knees. I love my brother, but his brains are not his strong suit. We were brought here by Jürgen. Whether he was our father or not, I don't care. He left to fight in the Great War and never came back. So he's not my problem anymore. We've been here as long as either of us can remember, though. So try to show some respect. You'll hear some of the brighter faces around here talk about honor and glory. I've got nothing against it, but for me, the promise of coin is what feeds my blade. Wherever someone in Skyrim doesn't feel up to defending their own honor, we'll take up their burden. I don't know if you're capable, and I don't have time to find out. If Kodlak will vouch for you, I might have some work you could do. Aye.
Kodlak says not to worry about it. I worry that a bunch of... But I will follow the old man's lead, as ever. Hey, that isn't yours.
Get away from me!
But I still hear the call of the blood.
We all do. It is our burden to bear. A stranger comes to our... Would you... Yes, perhaps. A certain
Great.
strength
Another
of
ambitious...
spirit.
Master, you're not truly considering accepting her.
I am nobody's master, Vilkas. And last I checked, we had some empty beds in Jorvaskr for those with a fire burning in their hearts.
Apologies. But perhaps this isn't the time. I've never even heard of this outsider.
Sometimes the famous come to us. Sometimes men and women come to us to seek their fame. It makes no difference. What matters is their heart.
And their arm.
Of course. How are you in battle, girl? That's the spirit. Vilkas here will get started on that. Vilkas, take her out to the yard and see what she can do.
Aye.
I left the walls, but if you want to swing by your master and pay your respects, fine. But let's stop by the Hall of the Dead, too, so I can pay mine.
could have just... I saw you do... I saw...
The old man said to have a look at you. So, let's do this. Just have a few swings at me so I can see your form. Don't worry, I can take it.
Come on! Come on! I'll try and make it.
You might just make it. But for now, you're still a whelp to us, new blood. So you do what we tell you. Here's my sword. Go take it up to Yorland to have it sharpened. And be careful. It's probably worth more than you are.
What brings you here? I'm guessing you're the newcomer, then. Oh, don't worry too much about it. They were all whelps once. They just might not like to talk about it. And don't always just do what you're told. Nobody rules anybody in the Companions. Well, I'm not sure how they've managed it, but they have. No leader since Ysgramor. Kodlak is the Harbinger, and he's a sort of advisor for the whole group, but every man is his own, every woman her own. I have a favor to ask. I've been working on a shield for Aela. My wife is in mourning, and I need to get back to her soon. I'd be much obliged if you could take this to Aela for me. Well done.
I'm here to help. Of course.
Let
the
me know if
Bard's
there's anything
College
else you need.
offers a formal education. It's like painting by numbers. No true bard, or scum for that matter, would dare learn that way.
You're a good friend. Here, take this. You'll like it.
If you wish to hunt with me, your feet need to be quick and your eyes quicker. Ah, good. I've been waiting for this. Good to see you made it up here.
You know this one? I saw her training in the yard with Vilkis.
Ah, yes. I heard you gave him quite a thrashing.
Don't let Vilkis catch you saying that.
Do you think you could handle Vilkis in a real fight? Ah, a woman who lets her actions speak for her. I knew there was something I liked about you. Here, let's have Farkas show you where you'll be resting your head. Ysgramor himself wouldn't have the patience to deal with all the rabble around here. I'll take my leave then.
Did you call me?
Of course we did, Icebrain. Show this new blood where the rest of the whelps sleep.
New blood? Oh, I remember you. Come on, follow me. My brother Vilkis is a better talker than me. He should be around someplace. Mm-hmm.
Skjor and Ayala like to tease me, but they're good people. They challenge us to be our best. Nice to have a new face around. It gets boring here sometimes. I hope we keep you. This can be a rough life. The quarters are up here. Just pick a bed and fall in it when you're tired. Telma will keep the place clean. She always has. Alright, so here you are. Looks like the others are eager to meet you. Come to me or Ayala if you're looking for work. Once you've made a bit of a name for yourself, Skjor and Vilkis might have things for you to do. Good luck. Welcome to the Companions.
By the way, if you're looking for something to do, there's some trouble in Eastmarch. Farmers getting troubled by some bad types who built up a stronghold in the area. Nothing but a bunch of lonely bandits. Cowards who will take little effort. I knew you could be counted on. Do what must be done. Skjor says that I have the strength of Ysgramor, and my brother has his smarts. We fight so that other people don't have to, and bring honor and glory to ourselves and each other. Skjor says that I have the strength of Ysgramor, and my brother has his smarts. Some people don't think I'm smart. Those people get my fist. But you, I like. I'll show you what I can about protecting yourself. Too confusing for me. Empire, Nords, Talos, who cares? Just tell me who needs bludgeoning. I've never been a smart one, but the Companions welcome anyone with the heart of a warrior. When we step into battle, we fight for our own name, and the name of the Companions. I've already given you a job. Now get to it. All right then.
Yes? I would like to recite a poem. To be frank, when I just weaved into creation, this is an ode to the common wooden bench. The bench, who stands firm while glazed in the sun's golden honey. The bench who never breaks while its skin is wrinkled by the gray. That old wooden bench, the place where fatigue met its bane. That old wooden slab where the breeze found a home. That long, slender pine who welcomes high and low. That old, steady partner, a traveler's best friend. The common wooden bench whose very essence is Sundas morning. The common wooden bench, often misunderstood, but never misused. I'm glad we understand each other. About time. They say your Lund grading is the best.
Is someone there? Nah, I don't think so. Okay, just this once.
Looking for something?
Warrior's heart.
You have committed crimes against Skyrim and her people. What say you? Oh, forgive me, Thane. I didn't realize it was you. We'll look the other way this time. But even the Jarl's influence has its limits. Be more careful.
Can I help you? Goodness.
By your...
You have committed crimes against Skyrim and her people. What say you in your defense? In the name of the Jarl, I'm ordering...
And alchemy reagents. Welcome, Thane. Honored to see you again. Ah, splendid, splendid. It's for a special brew I'm working on. A love elixir like none other. Maybe I'll test it on Farengar first. Oh, but I suppose you expect some compensation. Here. These potions should suffice. I think you might be sick. How do you feel? I sell cures for all ills, and I'll be happy to serve you. Do I detect a case of the rattles? Don't worry. I've got something for just about everything. Be careful out there. Fruit and fresh. Vegetables sale.
Bits and bobs. Who's for sale? Oh, crap.
Don't take this the wrong way, but you look a little sickly. You've done well. Thank you. Here, this is for you. Nah, I don't think so.
Done well.
If you're unsure of where to go after this, I say we flip a coin. Heads, we go to the tavern. Tails, we go to the tavern.
Taken alone, the Draugr aren't so fearsome. They're far more deadly in greater numbers. Hey!
I don't understand why Draugr keep pretending they're asleep. It's not like they're going to get the jump on us.
I wonder what the ancient Nords did in those ruins. Unspeakable sacrifices, maybe.
Tread lightly.
Is someone there?
Last mistake.
Something on your mind? Sure you do. Everyone needs me. Yeah. Sure. Sure.
I'm still here. Fine. What?
Need something? Will do. That it?
Can I help you? Fine. What?
Need something?
That it?
Did you hear something?
Die at my hands!
Be careful around the burial stones.
You know, I think I realized something about these Nord ruins. Two things, actually. One, I need to share my insights more often. It's selfish to keep them to myself. I was just thinking about the gold in these ruins. Some of these coins must be centuries older than the Septim Dynasty, and a rare coin ought to be worth more than a single drake. Just something to keep in mind before tossing them into the sack. Make it quick. Sure you do. Everyone needs me. Yeah. Sure.
What can I do for you? Fine. What?
Need something? Will do.
That it?
Come on!
Be careful around the burial stone. Anybody there? God, I'd hate to lose my footing in a place like this.
A fall on this stony floor will break bones.
They say ruins like these are filled with treasure. Of course, they're filled with traps, too.
Bet some of these artifacts would fetch a good price. I hope they're not cursed.
What was that?
Ha! Found you! There you are.
last mistake.
Wow. What was that?
I can take you!
Bard's College offers a formal education. It's like painting by numbers. No true bard or stone, for that matter, dare.
What can I do for you, friend? Of course. Lead on, then.
Still here. Let's get going, then.
Hey!
You're back. Wonderful. Oh, really? Well, it's entirely possible that the artifact... In the meantime, here's another possible artifact you could look into.